It is a wonderful day to wander, friends, and today we decided last night we're going to just suck it up and we're going to drive all the way to Sacramento, California as a straight shot. Now we are going to take some breaks along the way, but that means a lot of travel in a short period of time because the goal is to get there and relax for just a little bit of time before we have to drop this thing off to get some repairs done from the hail damage, which you may have seen in a few videos back.
And by straight shot, let's make a note here. We are currently in Idaho Falls, and to get there in a straight shot, according to GPS time, is like 11-12 hours. So there's no way we can do that in one day with the baby. So we're gonna be goaling this to get it done in 48 hours. So basically over a weekend. So join us for this 48 hours of craziness. Should be entertaining, but of course, first, coffee. Since we got such a long way to go, Dee's gonna keep the van warm. Dash is gonna fall asleep, fingers crossed. Now I'm gonna go get coffee. Dash didn't fall asleep, so Dee decided to join us in the coffee shop after all. Yum, avocado toast.
Right?
Dash, did you get bored in the car waiting on mommy? Did you have fun in the coffee shop? Yeah, okay. Now time to hit the road. See how far we make it. You will notice that the van is a little cleaner this morning. That's a win. So where are you pointing the GPS to, Dee?
I am pointing the GPS to Sacramento, California, because that is where Vinny's North Bay Airstream is located.
Okay. Oh, it's over here.
Yeah, I'm using the actual navigation system for the Mercedes, which has worked quite well. If we're looking for a particular place, then I'm definitely going to switch over to Google Maps. But for the most part, the Mercedes navigation system has been pretty solid.
Nice. So it says if we were to do it straight, we'd get there tonight at 9:54 p.m.
Which is exactly what we're doing.
No way in Hades. What we're really doing is Dash is going to take his morning nap. We're going to see how long he sleeps. And then usually when he wakes up from his morning nap, he's super done with the car seat. So we'll find a spot, hang out, maybe grab some lunch. We'll ideally find a park, let him run around, and then hit the road again. See how far we can make it. Hello, interstate.
We're hitting some of these Idaho roads, and you could go a long stint without seeing a gas station. My rule of thumb is when you're on these long stretches, and especially because this tank isn't massive, I like to fill up after it drops below half a tank. Like half a tank, I refuel. It's also a good way to get a stretch break in, and that is exactly the game plan now. So we've just dropped below half a tank. I'm going to look for a really nice gas station and then fill up again, top it off, and then just continue on our journey. But literally, they're just like long stretches, and there's not much out here, but just, you know, some fields.
But they're pretty fields. The real question is going to be, when are we going to see a gas station next? It's 11:49. Here's a sign about where we are. So we're 100 miles from Twin Falls. It's going to be interesting to see how long it actually takes us to find a gas station. later. Still no sign of a gas station. I have a feeling our trip from here to Sacramento gonna not have a whole lot out here. Look at all those cows. Got a cow joke?
Nope. I'm just moving along here. That's all I got. That is the first exit we've seen in quite a while, and it just looks like it just turns out into the abyss. There's like nothingness. So, no gas stations yet.
Okay, we think we may see a gas station. Yep, here we go.
There we go. And diesel. Yes. You never know. It's not a given.
I bet it's a given out here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What you doing?
Finally getting some windshield washer fluid. We ran out a while ago. This thing blows through some windshield washer fluid. It's because both windshield wipers have like sprayers on them, so it just like literally covers the windshield. That's a positive thing. The negative thing is that it goes through it quickly.
The thrills of RV life. Well, it wasn't a Buc-ee's and it isn't going to win any awards for the bathrooms, but considering it took us 45 minutes to find that, gas achieved, and I'm not mad about it.
Just realized that we've driven close to 4,000 miles and have yet to add DEF to the fuel tank. On the F-250, there's a DEF gauge right on your dash, so you can see your gauge at all times. And I never usually let my DEF drop below half the tank because, again, you don't want to be in a situation where you can't find any. And I believe with the F-250, if you run out completely of DEF, the engine won't turn on. I don't know if that's the case with the Mercedes, but moral of the story is I need to figure out what my DEF levels are so that I can top it off when I have a chance, because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to need to add some. As soon as I get a chance to check this gauge, I'll know for sure.
When we're out in the rural areas like this, it's really difficult for us to find healthy food on the road, much less vegetarian or vegan, but it looks like we got lucky and found a really cool spot today. Sometimes we just stop and eat in the van, but since we've been driving a couple hours, maybe almost 3 now, getting out, stretching our legs, finding something fun to do with Dash is always a big bonus. So we're gonna stop, eat lunch, and then we also just happened to be by Twin Falls, and I googled that, and it looks awesome. So we're gonna go check that out too. That's insane and unexpected.
Check out Dash and his cool shoes.
What are you doing, Dash Man? Ready for some lunch, dude? Let's go get lunch. got a barbecue jackfruit sandwich, which was amazing, and I got a black rice bowl. Really good. Alright, if we lived anywhere near here, I'm pretty sure we would live here. Their food is incredible. If you ever come to Twin Falls, Idaho, this place is epic. Dash, did you like it, man? And apparently they have a crazy good ginger lemonade that's hot and good for a cold, and since I've been battling one for the last couple days, picked one up to go. 5-4 routes. Only 8 minutes to the falls.
Let's go straight. So the irony in me mentioning the depth tank is that literally an hour or so later, I get a warning that says refill your additive because the depth tank is a little low. So that'll be on my to-do list for the next time we stop.
Speaking of stopping, we just learned that Twin Falls, the city, isn't actually where, well, I mean, it is where the falls are, but the falls aren't called Twin Falls. So we are going to Shoshone Falls. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it.
I can't get the answer to that on iPhone.
According to Mercedes, she doesn't think I know how to pronounce it. But it's like 20 minutes away, and it looks incredible. I just Googled it, and apparently it's known as the Niagara of the West.
It's the first touristy thing we've done in a while.
I know, it's fun. We just asked, it's Shoshone. So Shoshone Falls. Here we go.
Yes. Bam. Done.
No, that's not it. There it is. Come here. Yeah.
Absolutely worth stopping if you're in the area. It is so pretty, and it's a Saturday, and I'm actually really surprised that the crowds aren't larger, especially this time of year. That being said, whew, it's hot out here, so that's gonna be a thing.
we're still a total of 8 hours away from our destination, our median destination. So we're gonna try to get as much driving done tonight as we can. The goal is to knock out at least another 2 tonight, and then we can knock out another 6 tomorrow. And that'll get us to our very cool campground that is amazing, that we can't wait to share with y'all.
This is a little nerve-wracking. The road's kind of tight.
Yeah, it is. Sure, on this turn. This is
Woohoo!
there.
This is fun.
The crazy thing is, somebody drove a towable trailer down here, and that last little turn there was definitely, I mean, in my eyes at least, it was one way. Not one way, but one lane.
All right, it looks pretty clear from here. Bye-bye, Falls. Woohoo! We have made it to Nevada. It's almost 5 o'clock, which means that we have been driving at about the 6-hour mark. So we've made really good progress today, but we're worried that Dash is going to wake up at any point. And as you can hear, apparently that cold that I've been struggling with might be stealing my voice. So we've decided that we are going to stay at a little campground. We're in northern Nevada, so as you can see, there's like nothing out here. So we're about 30 minutes away from apparently a really cool little campground that has won Camper's Choice Awards with Camp Hippie. So we're gonna go stay there. It's like $36 for the night, with full hookups and apparently streamable internet, which we've never seen in a campground in the history of ever. So we'll let you know how that goes. Almost there. If you've been following along with our van life adventures, one of the reasons we chose the van was so that we could stay away from campgrounds. But since we're driving so quickly, so far, campgrounds tend to be the closest thing to the interstate compared to a Harvest Host or BLM land.
We've been driving for approximately 6.5 hours, and this is like the most people we've seen all day, literally. Like, this is the biggest town. We've been driving through absolute desert the whole time. Feels kind of good. I know there's like going to be gas here. There's going to be food here if we needed it. Kind of cool.
And we're only 10 minutes from our campground.
Yeah. And a new thing that popped up is I've got like a dev gauge on my dashboard now that I didn't have before. So I guess apparently as soon as you hit the level to where it tells you to fill up, you get like a little dash, bottom there, dash, thing on your dash, gauge that pops up. So that's kind of cool.
Made it home for the night. Dash and Dada are already enjoying the beautiful green grass we get to play in. Ooh, there's an Airstream Atlas and mountains. What do you think, Dash? This campground pretty great. Over here, more pretty views. And in the van are 3 tired Fernandezes. Also, oh, thank you, Dash. Are you fixing my hair? Yeah. Not to mention, we are also now on a different time zone. So, a couple days ago, we were on Eastern. Now we're officially on
Pacific. We're on Pacific.
Yep, not Western. I'm tired enough to tell you that we're on the Western time zone, which means right now it is 8:11. But our bodies probably feel more like it's 11:11. So, there's that. We're going to crash because we got a long travel day tomorrow. Where are we going tomorrow, D?
We are going to one of the top-rated campgrounds on Campendium. So it's supposed to be a really, really cool campground. You definitely don't want to miss out on checking this one out. Miss out on checking... Brain's not working. 6.5 hours of driving. It's a little slow right now. But before we get to that one, honestly, this one that we're at right now is also very great. We've been driving through desert for, I don't even know how long. You've seen the video. And it's like a little oasis here. And even though we're only here for one night, if you were passing through this town, we would definitely recommend this particular campground.
It's called? Welcome?
I don't remember. What's it called?
Okay.
It kind of blend together after a while. Yeah. Yep. We're back. We figured out the name because you get a cheat sheet every time you check in. This is called the Welcome Station RV Park and is owned by Steve and Nancy. And Steve guided us into our parking spot, and they're
so nice.
So nice. I mean, family owned. This campground's been around for a long time. They have a little museum on site as well.
And a ladybug adventure.
They do. They've like hidden little ladybug rocks all over the park, and they have like lots of really cool things here. But if you're ever passing through this area, you definitely want to check this place out because they're just the sweetest people.
And this is a perfect example of wandering local.
It very much is. This is not one of your like mainstream campgrounds. This is family owned, and it has been for a long time. And they're just good people. So it's definitely worth checking out.
And if you haven't already wandered local this week, make sure you do. Because as you know,
it's good for the soul! Right, Dash?
It's good for the soul! Yay!
Dash smiles!
Those are also good for the soul. See you tomorrow, friend.